At night in one of the schools and by the swimming pool, there is a nice guy being accused of being the reason for the team's loss. A killer appeared and let the good guy escape, then attacked Phil and killed him, leaving him to drown while watching. The crime will appear as if Phil drowned himself and died. This is the first death incident at the school this year and no one cared. Phil was a corrupt and troublesome young man, and when he died, many young people were relieved. 7 days remain until graduation, and on the last graduation day at the school, you can stay locked in the school for a whole day. This day seems to be the most important day for the killer, and Mr. Ardy appears and no one dropped the mask, and this is the same mask as the killers. The school is calm, but everyone is preparing for the madness because of the killer. And Javier appears, a young Mexican who has no friends except Bianca. Javier is different from the others and was happy that Phil died because he always bothered him. The most puzzling thing is why Phil ended his own life and drowned himself. No one imagined that this annoying young man had psychological problems. Javier is interested in photos and prepared them to hand over to his teacher. Ardy insulted Bianca, and as he was walking, he found Trev and his friends as usual bothering him. He tried not to care, but they were determined to hurt him. No one cared about Javier and no one would help him because they were afraid of Trev and his friends. Bianca appeared and as usual helped him, and Professor Ardy saw the young men bothering Javier. In class, he tried to make the students like each other to stop the bullying. A lonely young man named William appeared, wishing to be friends with Bianca. Javier. Jenny appeared, who is Trev's girlfriend, and when she talked about her research. As usual, Javier tried to annoy her, and when the students left, Professor Ardy tried to ask Javier if anyone here was bothering him, and if he needed help, the professor would assist him. But Javier doesn't want trouble and reassured him that everything is fine. Jenny and Trev played a prank on their teacher and annoyed everyone. Jenny is upset with Javier bothering her and wants to get back at him. Trev's friend Brad knows Javier but left him for his new team. Javier is upset and feels that Brad betrayed him, but he didn't care and continues his life with Bianca intelligently. Jenny used Trev's phone to send a message to Javier pretending to be William, and they will meet him at the library. William didn't understand anything but was happy when he found that Javier waved to him. Professor Ardy received the photos from Javier and told him he would be very sad when Javier graduates from school. He was one of the best students here and always thought of himself when he was a young student. The teacher is very interested in Javier and he even likes the same music band that he likes. For the second time, Arda asked Javier if anyone was bothering him, but Javier reassured him that he was fine and no one here was bothering him. Trev and the guys stole the mask and had the balloon filled with dirty water to ruin Javier's clothes. He arrived at the library and didn't find William, realizing it was a prank, and Trev threw the balloon at him. They filmed the prank and fought with each other, and Javier told them that Brad was his friend. Javier ran and he ran after him, and Javier fell down the stairs and fainted with the mask beside him. When he woke up, he found himself in the hospital with Mr. Arda, who saved him. Brad is upset about what Will and the others did to Javier, but he can't stop them because no one can stop those corrupt guys. And Javier told Arda that he fell down the stairs by himself and no one hurt him. The strange thing is that when the nurse arrived and touched Javier, Javier saw the nurse's past and knew that the necklace she had belonged to her deceased grandfather. I don't know what happened to him or why he's seeing the past. He returned home and accidentally knocked over a painting that was a gift from Bianca. When he touched the painting, he saw a vision of the past that Bianca painted it after her dog died a long time ago. These are not just hallucinations. And because of falling from the ladder, he can now see the past of anything he touches. The killer dom nära at watching Javier, but he didn't notice. In the morning, Javier asked his father if anyone in the family had spiritual abilities or could see the past or the future. The father said that the grandmother used to be able to do that. Everyone stayed away from her because they thought she was crazy. And Javier felt that he inherited these abilities from his grandmother, and the abilities activated when he fell from the stairs and hit his head. He went to school and will try not to touch anything because of his abilities. He told Bianca about what happened to him and is happening to him. Then Trev appeared, happy about Javier and his injured neck. Brad also appeared, waited for Javier about what happened to him, and even brought him a teddy bear as a gift. Brad has psychological issues and is not comfortable with anyone, and when Javier touched the teddy bear, he found himself seeing the future and saw that Brad would die. Javier's abilities are increasing.
With time, that's until he saw that Brad died in the school bathroom. Bianca, with him thinking, what is happening? And you see that they have to be with Brad to protect them from himself, but Bianca's not interested. Brad, Trev, and Jenny. Fasidin Shabab, and if they disappear, everyone will be relieved of their harassment. The serial killer is being watched in Javier, and he looks very interested in him, and I want something from him. And Brad in the school bathroom. Trev got to say they kicked him off the team. Virat is in a strange condition, and also not a center in the play. And find out he's his friend, was a sentry, crazy, and therefore they will not allow why he's on the team. Choosing was very difficult for Brad, and his psychological problems increased, and no one understands. He's alone. Strange voice heard, and I think that Trev brought him back to apologize to him. And when Brad will be sure, he met the thug. And rope, judge him to show that Brad is the one who sued himself because of his psychological problems. Trev meet Kafir and Pink. He said Brad was in danger. But why? Why did they arrive? Room. Very much because he died. Second case. In 1 week. I want a very strange need. If you are safe, take care of his vision. Faster. He could have saved Brad. Trev is upset about what happened to his friend. What was expected to be news? Get Brad off the team. Let him kill himself. The Ripper. All of this and a sentry do not see in reality or in visions. All the students are worried, and no one was feeling Brad problems. Professor is satisfied. He said they are not Hensu. What happened to Phil and Brad? And you always hate them. Before graduation days. For young people, sentry status. It's difficult and I don't know who else will die. And they heard in the microphone that the school day, it will end quickly. Sadness. On Maud, Brad. Phil, who died in the first, and Brad, who died now. Is that they are the two. They were harassing a sentry and youth, and suddenly Trev appeared and touched. He saw that he would die while he was at his carriage. When he is at the place, the one who is and Brad were meeting with him. But what is different this time? It is that the sentry saw the masked serial killer who kills inhumans. Trev is upset that Brad's sense of he will die, and he didn't say boundary. It was possible to watch. They appreciate it's them saving him in Pink. And a sentry alone is thinking, in the masked Ripper, they must watch Trevi everywhere to protect him. Trev threw a box at them. Drink! And when he touched her, he knew Trev would die. Where he was. What with Brad, the masked Ripper, Pepin and the Graham. What happened? It's because of youth. Who Pimro. The psychological problem. This thug, very smart, and no one will doubt it while it is complimentary. They have to go quickly. They hunt Arab Trev to protect him. And Trev arrived at Brad's favorite place. Why will he record a message? He apologizes for saying it. He kicks him out from the team. The Ripper appeared. Trev. Until it arrived.
Place morsel.
To fall and die. And it turns out it's just normal accident. Kafir and Pinka arrived. Late. And Trev died. Police are familiar. He died of grief over the death of his friend Brad. Why is this something to do with him? The serial killer kills all people. The one who was harassing Kaver. They must be close to Jenny. It's the last one left. Team Trev and Brad. Javier thought he saw a vision. When he touched Trev, he cheats on Jenny with another girl. So they complain about her. To be the Ripper. And avenging her friends. Jenny's at home, worried about Maud, Trev and Brad. Bobbin is graduation, and I don't know how to go to school or not. You think of betrayal. Trev has her knowing everything. But I couldn't do anything. Go to school. And lead all the class. On their last day of school. Ripper's dress in Jenny's house, too. She has a picture of her wearing a mask in the morning. In the microphone, Jenny gets excited about the students for the day they were held in school, and young people are all waiting, this day. What happens once won? Just for all students. Graduation I tried. Jenny's forgetting. Trev dies and completes her life. Bianca and a sentry must be preferred at school. To watch Jenny, they wish that no one else would die. Jenny will lock herself in the theater alone. Kafir and Pink. He met William and said he'd prefer school. All day long, William is not bothered by a sentry or Jenny. It's not dangerous. They have no danger to them. And when it happened, a book from Willem touched a sentry, and he felt that the thug was watching Jenny and would kill her. All doors are locked, and everyone is locked up. The Ripper at the hall, cinema, and faint sentry. On him because of the vision Yanka. I sailed alone. To rest, and she's alone. I found him over, and he spoke to her and said it to the one who saw it. When he touched Abu William's book, Bianca's worried about William. Be the Ripper. Kafir will reassure Jenny. And Bianca will go with William, so that you know from him why he kills people. The day is long and they are all locked up here and there is no way out. William is a strange young man all his life alone. And no one knows anything about him. And Bianca is with him. Alone I found him, he says it. He's very upset with the young people who were harassing in a sentry. When I approached William, I found very violent and he is not good, so I attacked on him before he tries, he does anything. And it's a link. I was surprised by what he said. The book with him, this is not his. This is with Jenny. He took it from her to complete it. The lessons I missed, it was liberated by Pink and they must go to save him. It could be going to a prank. A sentry found Jenny sad about a luxury mod and the thug appeared. He is the professor. He was upset by the youth harassment of a sentry. He was upset too. That sentry, he never defended himself. On the contrary, he was defending the young people who hurt him. Professor is satisfied. Get rid of young people. Corrupt. And Jenny class. It's the last one. Bianca and William arrive, and they heard the words of his land. Before he kills Jenny, try to attack him. The thug is injured. William and Bianca beat a sentry and fainted. The thug will chase Jenny, who escaped. That's it. You won't know how to run away because all the doors are locked. Why is Bianca useful? I called the police and spilled the phone with injured William. Jenny felt the thug. I fell into his trap. I need a way to end it. An accident. Like the rest of her friends, he will tie her for cameras, fall on her and kill her. Jeanette is injured, but she's still alive. A sentry overtook and tried to scatter his land. Because of Bianca, his land attacked him. He said he was doing all this for his benefit, and if a sentry is not interested in imposing it, it will kill him. When I landed, it was small. I remained students too. They were wearing it lightly. No one can help his land. When he was young, when he grew up, he decided to help young people who need help, against annoying young people who harass them. Jenny and Bianca attacked the Ripper and signed the cameras, and he fainted. They were going to kill him, but a sentry prevent them. They will hand him over to the police. And the night is over. William is still alive, but injured. And last day, in young people at school, they don't forget it. And today was so crazy. I want him to spend rest of his life in prison. Of course, if I don't sentence him to death. Jenny, William, and Sentry, Bianca. They are only the ones who survived from the friendly thug. That's the end of the summary.